Making his home debut, remember, Viktor Gyokeres, I'm delighted to say, joins us live right now from the Emirates. Well, congratulations to you, Viktor. Thank you so much for speaking to us. How would you describe your emotions right now?
Yeah, of course, I'm really happy with the result. And yeah, of course, it was very nice to score 2 goals as well.
Well, you say very nice, but I mean, would you go a little bit further than that? Because it does feel like there's been a lot of pressure building on you.
Yeah, I think it's always pressure, but yeah, I know I'll take my chances sooner or later. And yeah, today I took 2 of them, and yeah, we won 5-0. So it was a great day.
Viktor, Theo Walcott here. I just wanted to ask you. Everyone will speak about your goals, and I love the celebration and all that, but how important was it for you tonight to get 90 minutes under your belt in the Premier League for the first time?
Yeah, of course. It was a short pre-season for me, and not too many weeks training, and then, of course, didn't play any 90 minutes during the pre-season. So, yeah, it was important for me to get 90 minutes and to get the rhythm, and of course to get to know the team even more during this game. So yeah, I felt more comfortable in how we're playing, and yeah, I think you could see that as well.
Viktor, congratulations. Jamie Redknapp here. I want to talk about your goals. I'm hoping you've got a screen in front of you. That first one, I would say, having watched you for many years, this feels like your signature move. You want to run into open spaces and do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm comfortable when the ball is coming in behind, especially on the left. And then, yeah, cutting inside, and I know I'll take the chance when I have it like that. And yeah, it was a nice goal to start off with.
And Viktor, I just want to talk about the players around you as well in the moment in time in the squad. It must be music to your ears having the likes of Bukayo Saka and obviously Max Darwin coming on, and Martinelli wasn't even used tonight. There's so many options for you to get the best out of yourself as well for Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have so many amazing players going forward, and I think for me it's just important to be in the right place and yeah, doing the movements that I'll do during the game, and then yeah, I think I'll get a lot of chances during the season.
Can you give us some insight, Viktor, into what the biggest challenges would be for someone like yourself, who's obviously played in English football before, but now coming to play in the Premier League at a club like Arsenal?
Yeah, of course, it's difficult. I think all the teams we play against want to challenge us and do it difficult for us. So yeah, we have to prepare for every game as best as possible. But yeah, we have an amazing team, and we train well and we work hard every day. So yeah, it's just keep going like this. We started off well now with 2 wins, 2 clean sheets, and a lot of goals. So yeah, I think we're on the right path. But yeah, we can always do better and improve. So yeah, that's the aim.
Well, the good news is, from a personal level, you're averaging a goal a game now, 2 games into the Premier League season. And I think you've got a couple of celebrations to choose from moving forward, Viktor, because we saw the usual one, but then the hair has been added as well. Now, I don't know if there's anything in this, Viktor, but did some people say last week you had more touches of your hair than of the ball at Old Trafford? Has that got anything to do with that?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it could be. Something like that, yeah.
Well, that's a lovely way to answer any critics. Viktor, congratulations and thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Viktor.
Well done.
He's got 2 goals tonight. Arsenal won by 5-0. Timber with 2 as well. Their biggest win since April 24. Gyokeres with a penalty as well after that first goal. That's the celebration, is it, Theo? That's what they're
just been explaining to me what it is. What exactly is it, Theo?
It's from the film Bane, actually. No one knew who he was before the mask, so it's a winner for me. I love it.
Batman.
Yeah. He's looking, hoping that once that ball goes to Gabriel, I might be able to make that run just in behind and give the centre-back a problem. He wants to create space in here. He wants to run the other way. A lot of strikers, a lot of number 10s, or even last year with Havertz, he would tend to want to come into this area, receive the ball. But when you've got him, you have to use him. You have to utilise the power and the strength that he has. You can see now, look at his body shape. He's thinking, come on and get me that ball in here. The ball's then going to come into Calafiori, and he's got one thought on his mind, because this is something they wouldn't have done this last year. He's going to feed that ball into the space, and you can see his body shape is yearning for it. Give me that ball in behind. It comes in. Now he knows it's on. And then once he gets in that position, Theo.
Oh, I mean, it's all about instinct from him. His first thought is, I'm going to get in the box, and this is where I think that touch save. You go back there, Jay.
Yep, of course.
Go back slightly before the finish. Incredible finish. But even before this, what was really important was Declan Rice's position to allow the centre-back to actually come onto him, to allow the space. But it was the instinct, but it's the touch he just takes inside there. And it's not about hitting it clean. You can scuff it in. It doesn't matter to him how it goes in. But the relief.
Yes, that's the word. Relief.
In his eyes, in the whole, maybe the stadium going off the first chance in the first half. But you can see Declan Rice's position in. And this is what we know that Gyokeres is about. You drag centre-halves out into these positions.
Why is it so difficult for them?
This is good. I like this. This little look at the defender here. He's thinking to himself, look, he's already has a little look over his shoulder. I need help.
I'm in trouble.
I need help.
I'm in trouble, because this is where forwards take you into their domain. This is my domain. This is what I do. And there's one thought. He's got all these players around him, all these Arsenal players, but he just wants to score goals because he's that selfish striker which they've been craving for a period of time. So for me, it's a great start for him. Yeah, it's only going to improve for me.
It's almost brute power. You know, I mean, he wouldn't say it's the most finesse that you've ever seen from a centre forward, but he just knows he wants to come inside, get
into him, and as well the way he manages his body and he manipulates players. He's so strong in these positions here when he isolates defenders out wide.
Do you feel he had to sort of feel his way into the game a little bit in the first half tonight?
Look, his first game at the Emirates in the Premier League, this one was a bit, obviously, he rushed that decision, but he never gave up, and that's a good sign where, as a centre-forward, they don't give up on endless counts. So, for me, he's just one of these players that will create something out of nothing, and this is what we want to see, a lot more of him isolating defenders and seeing a little bit more of the celebration. And I love the penalty duties. He made sure that went in as well. So, look, it's a really good sign for Arsenal at this moment in time.
No pressure with that shirt number either.
No, I wore that as well. It's a good shirt. Number Thierry.
I was actually talking about Thierry.
While we're waiting for more reaction, should we take it back to the start?
Yep.
What Arsenal have been so well known for is the set piece.
Yeah, and I would say this is something that I noticed last week and a slight variation, because I always feel the best attacking the ball, not just in Arsenal and probably in the Premier League, maybe in world football from corners, is Gabriel. Now, normally we would see Gabriel in this position here as one of the players, I don't know what you call it, a train, whatever, at the back post. But they've given something slightly different. And in this instance, Nonto is going to block him. Obviously, it's a mismatch with the size. But they've put two players on him because they're so worried about his aerial threat. And then you'll obviously add into it Declan Rice, who's got just the most brilliant delivery. You know, he's developed that in-swinging cross at such a flat air. It's so flat, hard to defend against. It makes it difficult for all the defenders here. And you can see the four defenders there. They're trying to get himself in a position, but they know what's coming. This ball, you can guarantee, is going to end up in this area because it's so good. They're having a little chat. There's Gyokeres and Jurrien Timber, the goal scorer. And as that ball comes in, it's just a matter of, can you win that individual battle? It comes in at a real pace and fly. It's a ferocious cross. Jurrien Timber comes in, number 12, right at the back post. He gets himself into a lovely area, and he just wants it. You know, he flicks his head at it. It's a wonderful header, isn't it, Theo?
It's brilliant because, as well, it's really hard to pick up Arsenal in this position because he's not been marked, and they all were like having that discussion and say, we're going to get you this goal. This is your goal. And we were a bit confused of if it was an own goal at first, but look, it's an incredible header because he's got to lean back and fall over at the same time.
Yeah.
And that little glance, but like you say, with going back to Declan's delivery, it's all about the delivery because he just needs to glance it. And the pace is on the ball. The pace is on the ball. And it's a bit of a shame, obviously, for, 44 here on the back stick, not getting to the edge of the post there. But look, Arsenal have been known for the set pieces, and it's another strength. It's another, look, brilliant for them. So they've got so many options now that are going to create so many problems for so many teams.
They went 2 up just before half-time, and again, it comes from a set piece at the start of it, Jamie, but Is it the crucial bit of this goal, not the fact that they win it back in midfield, but how quickly they get the ball moving forward again?
Yeah, they do. But Gary Neville was, I thought, he was spot on in commentary, and he spoke a lot about Declan Rice. And Declan obviously has an important part to play in this. And then this is where Odegaard has gone off and Nwaneri comes onto the pitch. But I was going to highlight Declan Rice in every instant in this clip, because I feel it's so important as any midfield player that's watching it, or even whether you're playing or not, or want to be a footballer, just watch his energy and desire, because he's so key to what happens in the first part of it. Then obviously it's all about Timber and then Bukayo Saka. He wants the ball in that area there. Look, he's looking for it. He doesn't quite get that one. Then the ball there gets played into Nwaneri. He plays a little 1-2 with him. There, now he's off. Now I'm going to just stop it right here. Now just take that back just a little bit. Now Declan, when you see sometimes the ball, we talk about counter press, or that's obviously the modern word that we use. Once he loses the ball, Nwaneri, just watch what Declan Rice does, and the aggression and the desire to win the ball back for his team, knowing that we can then counter and might have an opportunity to score. Just watch how quickly he does this. Look, ball comes in, then he's off. He goes and wins that ball back. Gruev hasn't got a second to think about it, and now just take that, because I think this is so important. Now,
pass from Zubamendi.
Yeah, it's a really good ball there. He slides it into him, but Hermansen's got a problem. For you, Theo, this is beautiful, isn't this situation? Because if that ball can then get played in there, in behind, you've got open space. That's what you want, isn't it, as a forward?
And these are the sessions that I do, you know, in training, where they play behind the mannequins. But look, for me, it's great finish, and this is where Bukayo Saka is at his best as well, when he's in these areas, and everyone expects him to be on the left-hand side. But look, you're always in danger when you lose the ball, and obviously Bukayo Saka punished them there. And maybe the goalkeeper could do better, but look, we've got to give. He took it early and surprised everyone, and maybe surprised us. But look, they're just going to want him fit.
Yeah, what a big blow that is.
It really is.
We're still waiting an update on Bukayo's fitness, because they'd love to have him available, of course, to take on Liverpool next week. So
Urian, they couldn't stop you tonight, could they? 2 goals and an assist. Been practicing your finishing?
Yeah, special day, special day. I think a nice first home game of the season. You felt the energy of the crowd. The team played really well. Clean sheet again, also important, but special day, scoring 2 times, assisting as well. Gonna enjoy this day.
I spent some of that second half looking back through your record to try and find another game where you'd scored 2. When was the last time?
I don't think I've done that, to be fair.
Not as a kid?
No, and definitely not scoring twice and assisting as well. No, God is good. All glory to him. Beautiful day, and my family is here as well, so I'm going to enjoy it with them.
Lovely. Who's here?
Most of my family. My brother is here, my girlfriend is here, some friends. So I'm going to enjoy
Perfect evening.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me ask you about Max Naumann, because he absolutely lit up the stadium in the few minutes we saw him for. You must have to play against him in training. And I know you broke into the Ajax team as a teenager. Not that young, though. How good is he?
Not that young. I think everyone can see the potential he has already now, playing against grown men like this. I think it's incredible. And not just him. I think we have so much talent up front. So for me, it's a joy to watch. For the crowd, it's a joy to watch, and hopefully he's going to have some amazing years with us.
Did we see a team tonight, do you think, who looks like maybe they've made a step forward from last season? The win's great, obviously, but 5 goals sends a bit of a message.
I think a message to ourselves. I think we have to look at the good things we did well, which are a lot of things, but also you got to get perspective also about the things that didn't go well. So we look back at that, and then next week we have an amazing game at Anfield, and we have to make sure we're ready for that.
I have an award for you, your player of the match.
Thank you.
A man of the match performance from Jurrien Timber. As mentioned, 2 goals in a game for the very first time in his career, and what a night to do it in. Righty.
Yeah. Again, like I said at the start, you know, how important it is. If you're trying to win the Premier League, you have to win all your home games. Leeds coming here off of a decent win at home to Everton in their first game, came to frustrate, and I thought that Arsenal had to be patient. Obviously, the chance what Viktor Gyokeres missed early on was a little bit worrying, but then once Arsenal got control, got the set piece going, got the set piece goal, it just looked very run of the mill for Arsenal. It was an easy game for Arsenal in the end.
And I think it was really good that Viktor Gyokeres got on the score sheet. Talk us through his goal, his first goal.
No, yeah, it's very important for him. Here, ball over the top, he's already going into the channel, and he's very single-minded at this point. Comes inside of a strike, again and hits it in the short corner where the goalkeeper can't settle. And this is what they have now. Gyokeres going into the space. They didn't have that last year of a striker trying to go into depth of of the game. And yeah, whatever you say, well taken goal from the striker. And off he goes now. Feels a little bit better. Does his celebration of the mask, and well done.
Well done indeed.
And again, obviously the set piece, it's a beautiful ball in the area, too many bodies in there. And Arsenal, Arsenal caused problems, Leeds all over the place. Again, we mentioned how many set pieces they conceded. Last year in the Championship, they conceded the most, and you could see it here. There's hardly anyone even jumping and not really even challenging for it. It's poor defending, but again, Arsenal taking full advantage of the fact that they're so very good with their delivery and the bodies in the box.
Yeah. Look, Arsenal is very strong in them set pieces. You know that it is coming.
Yeah.
You know that it is going to happen. They find their way, to get on the end of things. So the delivery is so good.
And we've updated the graphic just for you, just behind.
Okay,
So
yes.
Arsenal are 33 goals from corners since August 2023.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Absolutely, of course it matters.
It does matter, but it can't take away of the open play goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to be more on top of your open play goals. You do that, you have such a big chance of becoming champions.
It's the second game of the season. They're still playing in, still finding out how people are going to play, because that first goal, what Gyokeres scored there, when the ball went inside to Calafiori, he didn't even look. So when that happens, they know he's going. Midfielders will know he's going, so they won't even be looking. They'll be looking to put it in there. So those are the things that you're hoping in the next few weeks will iron themselves out, get to know the team, and then maybe we start seeing goals instead of set pieces.
No. I like the set pieces.
But you're saying it's not the only way, and you need to have more.
They can't be dependent of it.
Did they show today that they're not dependent on it, though?
Yes, they did. But I would have wanted Gyokeres to score the 1-0 on the chance in an open play. Yeah? And yes, when the game is tight, when the game has to be unlocked, that's what happened today. Set piece, important, you score them. But at the moment, the balance of the set pieces, scoring the set pieces, and open play, for me, is not balanced enough for Arsenal.
Max Dowman came on as well. He got a lovely reception from the crowd, rightly so. He's only 15 years old. What a bright future he has, and what an impact he made as well.
Yeah, but he's been doing that in pre-season, and what he's done, it's not a flash in the pan. We've heard about him for many years at Arsenal. We've known he's coming. And obviously this pre-season he's shown, and he was being electric in the pre-season. So he got his chance, and he's a player that fantastic left foot, great pace, good turn of pace, wants to take people on. And that's what he done in the box there. He got himself there. Matthew Upson didn't see that. You know what I mean? I was screaming at the TV because Matthew Upson was talking about he feels like he dragged his leg.
Yeah.
He caught his toe right at the start.
Yeah, sorry, I have to defend the boy. He didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Well taken penalty, beautiful, by the way, by Gyokeres. Well taken. But to get the penalty, the young boy being Wright, he didn't ask for that tackle. Wow. And he wasn't waiting for it. It was just bad defending from Leeds.
Okay.
So.
Well, there you can see a graphic there, which is really impressive. He is the second youngest Premier League player ever. And the youngest is Ethan Nwaneri. I mean, that is something special, especially for the future of Arsenal as a club.
Well, of course, because you look at both of those guys, they're playing in the first team now. Obviously, they both come off the bench. But if anything is to go by, their potential is anything to go by, then the future's looking good, because they are two exceptional players, both making debuts at 15, in and around 15. So the promise and the potential, the ceiling for these guys, we don't know where it is, but the fact that they're playing in an Arsenal side that are going to try to win everything they can, whether it's the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and they're amongst it at 15, it's phenomenal. It's fantastic.
From an Arsenal perspective, we see a couple of injuries, including to Saka. We know he had that hamstring injury in December 2024. He was out for 3 months, and today it was the other hamstring.
Well, this is that was a relief to know, because obviously having an operation on an hamstring injury says that it's very, very serious. So it would have been quite disappointing and sad to hear that it would have been the same one. So, you know, I'm sure that at this stage of the season, you're the second game in. Obviously, he's felt something, and, you know, he's done the right thing. Instantly just go down, make sure that you can catch it early, and then hope it's not too serious. But hamstring, depending on what they are, you know, we're talking 4, maybe 6 weeks, so.
They can't afford him out as long as last year.
No, but the thing is, you say that now, Jim, but like, this is why the signings, you know.
Yeah.
Madueke can play this side, you know.
Yeah, he can play this side, but the level of Saka, you know, to lose that much.
Absolutely.
For this long, for me, I think it's going to be too much.
Of course, that's going to affect anybody, but this is why you bring in a Madueke so as he can come and get to the... I'm not saying to play like Saka, but fill that gap. He plays on that side. That's where he likes to play. Fill that gap until Saka comes back, because he's got a chance now. And
the only disappointing thing is, hopefully, he'll recover very soon. Hopefully, Odegaard will as well. But it's Liverpool up next. That's a massive game, Wrighty.
Yeah, but, you know, and it's good that it's as early as it is. We'll be able to feel each other out and see what it's going to be like, because they look very good. You know, I don't think we've played as well as we can, and we've still got 6 points up to this point. So there's still a lot more to come from us. So, you know, it's a game to look forward to. Liverpool at Anfield, absolutely.
Yeah, 2 teams going for that Premier League title early on. It is a very exciting game indeed, and we may well see Eze in an Arsenal shirt.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Especially with how the injuries have panned out, if Odegaard's not fit.
Yeah, for sure. I think for Arteta, it's not about that Eze is playing. It's about what is the best position for him and how can I get the best out of him for my team, you know, now. Saka is not... I don't think that he's going to be there. Hopefully Odegaard, yes, but it's now slotting him in and letting him spread his wings and go for it.
You can't help but smile when you just look at that footage, can you, Wrighty?
Listen, it's just like, you know, he's meant to be there. You know, unfortunately for Martin Odegaard, he gets an injury at this time, but, you know, that would have been a massive problem for us last season, like it was when we lost him. But now, you know, and I'm not saying that we don't want Martin Odegaard around it, but we've got a player that could come in and fill that space, and that is what we need to be doing as a team that's trying to win the Premier League.
And he's fit.
And he's fit.
And he's fit,
yeah. And he's always fit. And the fact is, we need players like that to come in and get to the level and keep the levels where they are, so you can continue to challenge. And this is what Alberto has done. This is what he's done. He's put depth into the squad and quality into the squad.
And you're impressed with how quickly Arsenal acted to bring him in, because Kai Havertz was injured last weekend. Before you know it, as it looked as though he could have gone to Spurs, they weren't quick enough. He's now in an Arsenal shirt. And now Odegaard's injured, and we don't know how long that might be for. It's like the timing is just perfect for Arsenal to have brought him in.
I'm actually surprised that it has taken that long. I would have wanted to see him there earlier on in the season, because he's the kind of player. Forget about Havertz getting injured. He's the kind of player that they really needed. They've been flirting for a while, you know. And then the flirtation stopped, and then when it happened with Havertz, then the deal got done. But for me, they should have already had done this deal and already slotted him in for me.
Does it feel good, Wrighty, to know that this season nobody can ask you if Arsenal need to sign a striker? Because I think I must have asked you that about 75 million times last year.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased about that. Obviously, you know, Viktor Gyokeres scores the goals, and people talk about him scoring against so-called lower teams, which is not a problem for me, because Arsenal
have to score them.
Yeah, you have time. You know, Arsenal haven't lost to a top 6 team in 2 years. So if he only can score against teams in the middle and down the bottom, that's enough for Arsenal. So I'm just pleased to see him scoring. As any striker will tell you, once they're scoring, you feel totally different. So you're hoping now, you know what I mean, he will just continue to just, like, take his chances like he did today.
Now, it is too early to show you all the Premier League table, but I can confirm Arsenal are top of the table, ahead Spurs on goal difference, just to rub it in a bit more. Anyway, on that note, it's time to say goodbye. And we haven't even had a chance to speak about you on Strictly. I thought you were going to salsa your way in. But
I thought I was going to do the same.